Aqua gang, gang, gang. What it do, you guys? It's your girl, Empress 7778, today with a general message for my beautiful Aquarian soul family. What it do, y'all? Hope you're doing super fantastic. I most certainly am. Holy angels and spirit guides, please come through. Okay, give us additionally what we need to know. This person held back a little bit. It's going to be for new and or current. Okay, that new thing. I like the energy so far, but I feel like this person might come off a little bit different. Or I feel as though your opinion of this person might already be made up before they actually show up in the way that they may actually start to feel. Doesn't that all sound so very confusing, right? Like it's not bad energy, but it is definitely giving confusion, okay? But before we jump into that, take a moment to click the like button, as well as the subscribe button and the notification bell, okay? You know, we'd love to have you come join the family. Send me a little comment down below, a little hey girl, hey. Don't force shit to fit, y'all. This is general, okay? Take what resonates, leave the rest. Again, this is for new and or current, loosely involved, someone that you're newly seeing, someone that's on their way in. Definitely given earth sign energies. There is a lot of pentacles on the table. So I do get this person either being a earth sign in their sun, okay, in reference to their sun on their natal chart, or having earth heavily within their natal chart and other very poignant or what I would say, positions that really affect their character, okay? That would be Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, by the way. Virgo is the first card that popped out, however. The thing about Aquarians and Virgos, right, is there is a slight compatibility there. I feel like more of the attraction stems from the physical qualities. You're going to find this person extremely attractive. You may also find them very reserved, is what I'm feeling, right? I feel like this person's reserved nature may definitely come off as a little bit more intriguing to you. It may come off as mysterious. It may even come off as I want to know more about this person, right? Because I do get this person also giving you the eyes, right? Like they're definitely very much so attracted to you as well. I just feel like in the beginning of this connection, this person is not as honest as they should be. You're like, girl, what? They're a liar? Yeah and no, right? Like I feel like they are not wanting to lead on how much they may actually be attracted to you initially. This is somebody who feels like, you know, all of the chips need to be in the right row. All of the things need to be in the right place. All of the T's must be crossed. All of the I's must be dotted. All of the shit must make sense. I got to meet their family. I got to meet their friends. I got to let them meet my family, my friends. I got to see how all of that kind of goes together. I got to see about this. I got to see about that. This person is definitely a lead investigator when it comes to getting into relationships. They normally move very, very slow. Okay. And I do feel like that is their intention when they first come in. Okay. 8 of Pentacles is the very next card, right? So there's more of that earth energy. There's something about you that changes this person's mind quick, fast. And this is where the confusion comes in, because I feel like you're okay with the pace that this person is trying to go. It kind of is more your speed. I feel like both of you like to take your time in getting to know a person. Neither one of you are normally in a rush, and it's not that this person is going to want to start rushing, but I do feel like their fire is going to start burning for you a lot quicker. Knight of Wands in the reverse is wanting to jump your bones. It is wanting to hop in the bed. It is wanting to risk it all. It is wanting to see you naked. It's wanting to kiss you, hold you, PDA, right? Like looking at your mouth while you're talking, really trying really hard. It's a lot of work to try and concentrate around you. And I do feel like this hits this person by surprise, especially since they don't feel like they know much about you, okay? It might actually be fucking with their mind, their mental space, okay? Because we have the 5 of Wands here. Yeah, this is somebody who's normally used to waiting, okay? Their attraction for people, they are able to tame it, is what I'm hearing. And I also feel like the level of passion or the level of attraction, the level of chemistry, the level to which this person feels that for you, feels this for you is quite different. It's on a whole nother level. Okay. It's a little bit less easy for this person to try and temper themselves, even though they will. And this is what they will be hiding. I feel like this is something that they are really trying to hold down. So what you will find is when you meet this person, like I said, they're a little bit more reserved. On the outside, cool, calm, collected, chilling, right? Like they're just having regular, normal conversation. This is them trying to tame themselves, trying to keep some boundaries, some wits about them. But I do feel like there is a back and forth in their mind about risking it all. This person definitely sees you as wish fulfillment. You might be checking all of their boxes. I do feel like the general consensus is that you both find one another very much so physically attractive, but there needs to be more. But something about you makes this person believe that there is more, so there's no need to wait, right? Like, let's just go ahead and get this done. Let's be around each other more. Let's hang out more. Now, again, that confusion, right, with the Two of Swords, I feel like this person comes in, like I said, a little bit more reserved, a little bit more on the standoffish side, kind of possibly allowing you to lead. I don't get you fully leading, but I do get you engaging them. I do get you reaching out here and there. I get you putting in a little bit of effort while they put in a little bit of effort, right? Meeting them where they are, and make sure that's how it stays. Okay, because I almost have this feeling that this person would love for you to move things along, right? To go ahead and get that fire going, to be the one to initiate the what are we, where is this going, or do you want to spend the night, do you want to come over, do you want to have a Netflix and chill. They would love for you to be the one to initiate that. I feel like they may be trying to save a little bit of face, not wanting to do that themselves. That might feel like a little bit much for them. They may feel like they're being overzealous, but at least if you do it, then they know that you feel the same way, and then they would be more than willing. I don't get the majority of you doing that because this person has already come off as someone who is a little bit more serious, right? To be taken seriously. This person definitely spends a lot of time at work, but I see them confusing you in the very beginning of the connection, because while they do spend a lot of time at work, and while it might appear that this is somebody who is hard to kind of dig in deep with initially, I feel like it switches abruptly. Knight of Wands, right? Then this person is coming in very hot, very heavy. They have to be careful with that, ma'am, sir, bruh, sis. You're going to need to be a little bit careful with that, because you don't want to make it appear as if you're not genuine, or you're trying to rush things. For what purpose? What is the ulterior motive? You don't want to appear as if you have ulterior motives, is what they're saying. You don't want to scare Aquarius off. That's what I'm also hearing. Yeah, I feel like you're also, like I said, very much so physically attracted to this person, but because the way that they come in initially. Now, here's another thing. I do feel like it's been a while since this person has dated, so this does feel like a lot of work for them, okay? I feel like this person has been focusing on their career. They've been kind of waiting for the right opportunity to jump back out there, the right opportunity to take time aside, because they do focus heavily on stacking those chips, stacking that bread, stacking that money, building a future. I feel like now they're at the point where they're like, okay, I'm in this bubble alone. You know what I mean? I'm protected and I have enough financial security with all these motherfucking pentacles here. But what do I have to show for it in reference to having fun? What are my extracurricular activities? And I don't necessarily want to do that alone. Okay, there are a lot of loner cards here. So this person might be a bit lonely. But I don't get them being desperate either. Now, I do feel like the way that they are feeling about you is going to hit them by surprise, in fact, okay? This is something that they will really be toiling over. Like, why am I always thinking about this girl, you know? What is it about this guy that has me, like, daydreaming at work, right? Like, not paying attention in meetings, wanting to kind of call you or texting you throughout the day. You may actually start to see the communication ramp up after about 4 weeks, guys. I'm hearing, like, within the first month of meeting this person, you would have noticed this if you've already met this person, or it could be within the next couple of weeks. You will notice that this person was a lot more reserved. You see what I'm saying? They were very much so held back. They were giving some, but they weren't as forward as they may appear to be in the later weeks. Okay, it's almost as if they go from 0 to 100. Then all of a sudden they're wanting to see you twice a week, or they're wanting to kind of move towards more of that passion, which I don't advise, because I feel as though if this person goes in for the kill, like trying to be, you know, over sexual or overly sexualizing you, using sexual innuendos, trying to go in for the kiss too soon, trying to, you know, hold hands or use pet names too soon, that type of shit is definitely, it's not hot. That's not cute. Because that's not how you showed up. You got to kind of ease your way into it based on how you showed up. You did this, ma'am, sir, sis, okay? You showed up as the Virgo, as the hermit, right? Someone who's very wise, but someone who also has a lot going on the outside. I feel like them trying to come in with this sort of, now the Knight of Wands can also be, appear as like a player. This is not a player. This is somebody who does well in long-term committed relationships. This is someone who has been single purposefully because they don't do well dating multiple people. They date one person at a time. They like exclusivity. They don't like all the work that comes with juggling bitches. Like, they're not really into that at all. Okay? But based on how this switch comes, now they're all of a sudden calling you baby, or they're all of a sudden, you know, complimenting your body, or they're all of a sudden calling you sexy, or they're all of a sudden licking their lips, or suggesting spending the night together, or going or having a nightcap, you know, after dinner. There's something here, right? Like, that happens. It's a quick switch where it's like the two of you were on the same page, but then all of a sudden they jumped into a whole other fucking book. Like, they're not even in the same book anymore. And I feel like that is a danger zone. Okay, ma'am, sir, it's like you need to definitely tap back into your strengths, which is slow the fuck down and build. You need to take this shit slow. Maybe in the past when they took it slow, it did not work, right? But that doesn't mean that it won't work this time. I feel like you've met your match in Aquarius, okay? It's going to work to your benefit to build a friendship, to build a rapport with them, to build an actual relationship with them. For some of you, you might be down for a little bit of hanky panky, a little bit of friends with benefits, a little situationship. But I feel like if that's the case, then what they will be looking for after that won't be what you're looking for if that is your situation. You see what I'm saying? I just don't see that. I feel like they will be shooting themselves in the foot or placing themselves in a box in your eye. Now, they have already subsequently done that, okay? Non-intentionally. It was not intentional for them to be placed in a box in your mind, but I feel like they will be. I feel like you're going to look at this person as more mature. You're going to look at this person as, you know, reliable, like a grown-ass man, a grown-ass woman, somebody who is like doing their thing, you know, handling business, taking care of responsibility, right? They are reliable, right? They do appear and come off to be as somebody who keeps their word, someone who you can rest assured if they set plans with you, then those plans will go through. Those plans they will fully commit to those plans, right? And things will go according to plan. And that is a structure that you can yourself become accustomed to relying upon, right? And building that foundation of trust in someone. I feel like this switch in this person so quickly because now they want you, right? Like, now they kind of have this aha moment, or their feelings are moving more rapidly than time. It's putting them in a bit of a pickle. There is a danger here of you placing this person on probation. That's what I'm hearing. Like, just a time out. Quick. Just a little time out. I don't see you cutting them off, but I do see you putting them on ice slightly, right? Definitely do what feels comfortable to you, right? Don't allow anything to feel forced. Don't allow anything to move quicker than what you are used to or what you are comfortable with. Comfortability is going to be important, and it's going to be important that the both of you feel comfortable. Now, if we focus on this middle section here, this is this person's pattern now meeting at a head or a crossroads, if you will, an impasse with this new version of themselves. And I do feel like they're going to feel this way upon spending more time with you, right? All of a sudden, now they're not the King of Pentacles and the Hermit, right? Now, all of a sudden, it's like, this is moving entirely too slow. Like, I'm ready to kind of get this ball rolling. You know, I feel as though we make a good match. I feel as though you are incredible. Like, you are a good match for me. We're a good match for each other. We're compatible, right? Like, I feel as though we have this spiritual connection. And this could go places, right? With the Hierophant, that's like a higher level of commitment. Now, this would normally take this person a very long time to reach this sort of juncture in certain relationships in the past, and it's coming a lot quicker than what they would have expected, right? It hasn't happened this way before, but they are very sure of it because they felt this before. I do get that this could be somebody who's been married before, you guys, a divorcee, if you will. Because I do see this person liking long-term committed relationships. If they're going to do it, then they do it big. They don't do anything half-assed. So they're not indecisive in that aspect. What they are indecisive with, or when the indecision will come in, or the confusion, right? The inability to see whether or not this is going where they want it to go, right? Slight confusion, murkiness, cloudiness, it comes in with your boundaries. I feel like you do slow this person down. I feel like you're going to slow them down, temper them, teach them a bit of patience. That's going to make you more attractive to this person. But I feel like it's also going to teach them a bit of a lesson in terms of things being on their terms. Because I do feel like this person may have had the ability to make these kinds of choices, these executive decisions, if you will, in their past relationships without question, right? It's not that they're so cocky with it and everybody wants them and everybody needs them and everybody's on them. They're not arrogant. It's just that this is the type of person who they do wait a long time. They take their time is what I should say. They take their time with the Knight of Pentacles. That's kind of the slowest moving card in the deck. They're crossing all their T's. They're dotting all their I's. Like I said, right? Very detail oriented is Virgo. So by the time they're ready to get in a relationship, people are like, hell yeah, bitch, I've been waiting. Like, it's a dream come true by that point, right? We do have the Devil here, but it's not showing up in the way that you typically would think, okay? I feel like this is in a position of this person releasing old habits, right? Releasing old patterns, old ways of doing things. I also feel there is an aspect of this person that is going to have to possibly do a 180 in order to have you. All signs... all cards generally are leaning to one particular card on this table, and it is the Eight of Pentacles. I feel like this person may work a lot. I feel like they might prioritize their work over relationships, okay? They may prioritize their work relationships over all relationships, and I do feel like they may have gotten into a habit of that because they have been single for so long. So this is me giving you free game, okay? I don't get that this is something that you would have known about this person quite yet, or you had an inkling if you've already met this person. You totally see that they are working overtime. They are staying late, getting there early. You know, they are always in a meeting. You know, they may always have to call you back, or there may be times where they have to rain check on some of your plans. I do see there being down the line a bit of a conversation about this person having to cut ties with a certain way of viewing things or a certain attachment that they have. This person might have an attachment to money. Unhealthy attachment. In fact, some of you may have been looking into, this is very specific, so don't force it to fit, the law of detachment. Everybody likes to talk about the law of attachment, but I feel like somebody here has specifically been researching or Google schmoogling, TikToking, looking up, researching, right, down a rabbit hole of the law of detachment, because that is also a major part in allowing things to come to you. To be in a state of never wanting or never needing, right? This kind of ever-flowing idea that what you want also wants you, and what you need also needs you, and it's attracted to you. You don't have to chase. You don't have to prod. You don't have to manipulate. You don't have to run after. You don't have to force, right? I feel as though there's something about that in particular that this person is going to learn from you. There's definitely an attachment here to some kind of financial backing. So this could be somebody who definitely had a hard upbringing. So they like to hold on to every dime, or they like to, it's never enough is what I'm hearing. Like it's quite never enough. So even if they have reached the highest level with the King of Pentacles here, this is somebody who could have potentially worked their way up in a company. So much so, a Virgo is very detail oriented, right? So they will learn the ins and outs. They're going to learn their boss's job, and then they're going to go on their own and build their own company. That I feel like that's the type of shit that this person did. Just kind of climbed the stairs to success. And it's like, so when is enough enough? You've made it. Now what? So I do see them feeling motivated and inspired to want to kind of spend a little bit more. You know, you make this person feel free. You make them feel like, you know, it's mine. I spend it. What? Yeah, I'm hearing it. I'm hearing, I'm riding around, I'm getting it. It's mine. I spend it. I'll make it right back, bitch. Like, I'll make it right back. I'll make it right back. You might have this person singing, rapping lyrics, you know, walking around the house, acting very strange is what I'm hearing. So people who are around this person, or people who this person hangs around, their friends, their family, even colleagues, may notice a change in their behavior, right? A change in their priorities, a change in their attachment to things. Now, all of a sudden, I mean, I can come to the meeting, but I'm not staying over. I can come to the meeting, but I'm not reading the notes. Like, I'm not preparing for anything. Y'all need to have everything prepared for me, right? Like, I'm not staying late. I gotta go pick up my girl, right? Like, my dude is coming by to get me. Like, we need to wrap this up. Wrap it up quick. Quick. That's what I'm hearing. Yeah. So it's a lot going on in such a short amount of time. I feel like at the 3 to 4 month mark is when we start to get, I don't get you cutting this person off, but I do get you putting them on ice, and I get you putting them in a position to where they feel like, damn, what do I do, right? Like, how do I actually fix this? Or you tell me how you want this thing to go, because I know what I want. I want you. So how do we make this happen, right? Like, give me the playbook, and I promise you, I'm gonna run that play like the best quarterback bitch you ever seen. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's dig a little bit deeper here. Let's see if okay. Yeah. Over-prepared. Overqualified even, you know? Like, there ain't no motherfucking such thing as overqualified now, bitch. You reaching. Well, you know, they've done a lot of work to be prepared for this moment. This could also be why they're ready. You know what I mean? A lot sooner than they were in the past. It could also have to do with them releasing that need to have more, right? To build more in order to feel like they have enough, or like they prepared enough, or like, now I'm ready for kids, or now I'm ready for marriage. Now I'm ready for a relationship. You'll never actually be ready. You know what I mean? You have to make space for the things that you want. That you can never plan too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just is something that if you want it, you have to kind of dive out there. There's a different perspective that this person is receiving upon meeting you. So a different outlook on life. Okay. Wow. Yeah. So this slow moving shit that they were used to doing in the past, they don't want any parts of that. Yet they've met their match. You're like, baby, there's no rush. You know what I'm saying? There's no rush. Okay, I get it. You want to take off today and you want to call out of your meetings, but guess what? I have to work. So go to work, bitch. Go to work. Don't be taking off for me. Go to work. I do feel like you will indulge this person, okay? Every once in a while, but I feel like that is where the majority of the work. There's work here, but I don't get that the work is on your end, right? I feel like you're working on other things. I feel like your lessons are elsewhere. This is not a relationship that's based entirely on learning lessons. It doesn't feel karmic at all to me. What it feels like is this does feel like the opportune time for this person to see how much life has to offer. I do feel like you give them a new lease on life. You definitely are giving them different insight as to what matters, okay? You're always going to need money. You're going to need money to survive, right? Like, that's a no-brainer. But to the level in which this person has worked, you can relax a little bit. Like, you can really take a break. You can really focus on other things. You can expand in another direction. You have some leeway here because of how focused you've been. Now, I do see them wanting to take that energy, that extra time, that extra effort, that extra money, that extra energy that they have, and putting it all in on you. Okay, the Star and the King of Wands in the reverse, right? Like, going on trips, having fun, right? Like, you know, okay, sexing like wild banshees out this bitch. They may be fantasizing about this because I don't get that you're on that accord just yet. It is going to take some time. So I feel like this is definitely different for this person, okay? To be in a position where they are the ones wanting to move things along first. I don't get them being insecure, right? I do see them slightly worried. Slightly, just slightly worried in terms of when it's going to happen, right? So I feel a little sense of anxiousness. There may be a little bit of impatience in there. Not that they're going to overstep. They will never overstep your boundaries. But I do see them getting a little bit antsy, right? Like, I just, you know, is it just me? Like, come on, do you not want this too? Like, it could be so beautiful. For some of you, this movement forward could have to do with like major moves, right? So the Hierophant is like marriage. It's like sharing finances. It's like getting engaged. It could be like moving in together. And I'm not saying that that's going to happen within the first 3 to 4 months, but I do feel like it happens a lot sooner than they've ever done, than they've ever offered, right? Then they've never come towards someone with this kind of offer this early. And this is going to catch you by surprise because of how early it is coming. You might actually think this person has lost their fucking mind. Like, what do you mean moving together? We barely know each other. They're like, we've been dating for 6 months. You're like, yeah, it's not long enough. You know what I'm saying? Out of the 6 months, how much were you working? How much was I working? Like, let's really think about this thing. They don't feel like there's really anything else to think about. Now, I do see the Death card here. Death card into the rebirth. I do feel like this is a rebirth for this person, like a renaissance, if you will. Yeah, this time it's real. Yeah, I feel as though this person is they are reinvented. Okay, reinvented. Okay, pull this card is what they're saying. Okay, let me show you my art. So I really feel like this person is going to try to impress you, right? They're going to try to do as much as possible without overstepping your boundaries, right? Without doing too much, without doing the most. They're going to try to do as much as possible. That is how you will know, is this person's effort. I also feel like this is a good change in pace for you because this is somebody who will most certainly be coming towards you. Full steam, full effort, full intentions are pure here, right? And I feel as though it is real this time, but you're not on the driving end, okay? I feel like in terms of proving oneself, you know, excuse me, placing in the seeds that will help show a person what it is that you want, right? Like what it is that you feel, what it is that you desire. Initiating some of those more vulnerable conversations are not falling on your lap. What is in your court, what is for you to decide is whether or not this is something that you also want, okay? And that answer could be different for all of you. I see the potential being very beautiful here. And I see this person showing up sort of it's a 180 that they're doing. Try not to let that overwhelm you. Also try not to judge it too much, okay? This is a person who has been off the market for quite some time. So they came in as their regular self, but you weren't like the rest of the guys or the girls or the rest of the relationships that they would have been dealing with, okay? It's quite different actually. And I feel like from the first date, it kind of lit their fire. 1, 2, 3 of wands, right? It's like they thought maybe they would be dating a few people. I do feel like for a majority of you, you're the first person that they're dating now that they're placed themselves back out there. And it is definitely out of their wheelhouse and a little bit feeling like a fish out of water in terms of how to navigate this. Their habits want them to lean back into how they handled relationships in the past, which is move it slow, right? Don't do too much. Don't focus on it too much. Focus on your work and then let things just move organically over time. Get to know each other, have the conversations over time. That time tells all, but you can't really dictate how your emotions unravel. You know, you can't dictate how your heart feels. You can't dictate how your feelings may develop when you meet a certain person. You just don't get to dictate what happens internally to you, right? And at what pace. So that could be a bit of a control issue that this person has. But I do see them trying to release that control, trying to let go of it. And in the process, it might be clashing with you. Personally, not being on the exact same page. For some of you, like I said, not even the same book at a point in time. Do I see that being a deal breaker? No, but I do see it being a little bit of work. And the work is having to do with communication. You telling this person, hey, like you weren't acting like this before, like it's a little bit weird that now you're coming on so strong, like you're coming on so heavy, like what was the change? What was the shift? Like where did the fuck did this come from? What is going on here, right? Like fill me in. Where did I miss it, right? Like when did the plot change? When did the plot twist? Like when did we get here? Like how is this, you know? And also be open to, if you want, right, to allowing them to show you what it is that happened. They will be very honest, but I feel like they don't want to overstep your boundaries. So in terms of this conversation, they will want for you to be the one to initiate that, because it will signify to them that that's something that you want to know. They will be very honest with you about it, okay? So everything that they're saying, even though it might sound a little cliche, because it's going to be very much so wearing their heart on their sleeve, which is out of the norm for this person. So it might not come off as sounding perfect. They might be stumbling on their words. They may be stuttering. They may be like, you know, losing their train of thought. They may be trying to find the words to say it. And it might come off as very choppy, all over the place, and messy, right? But that is their feelings. It is their feelings being fueled by the anxiety, the emotions, and all of the things put together. But again, they will still want to try and relay it to you as best as possible. And it's not something that they are used to doing. So what I feel is this person is used to showing up, making the money, or like, you know, being the responsible one, kind of just showing up. They never really had to tell someone why. Why do you want this relationship? Why do you want me? Why are you acting this way? Why are you, behaving like this? Why do you now want to be together? Why are you now wanting to hold hands? Why do you now want to fuck me? Like, why? They never really had to do that, because again, they move so slow that it's a no-brainer. By the time this conversation comes up, they don't really have to over-explain or explain at all. Both parties are kind of in agreement that, okay, fine, we put in the work, and the only next step would be to be in a relationship. So you want to be in a relationship? Okay, fine. Let's be in a relationship. This is a whole different ball game. This is a whole new thing. I do feel like this person feels like you are worth it. Okay, with the best by far here in the center of the reading. It's very interesting. So let's hop over to the extended, okay? I definitely want to know what spirit wants you to know that this person struggles with specifically in relationships, so you can know what you're setting yourself up for, okay? Let's see if there are any deal breakers at all. That's just so you can be as informed as possible. Let's see the reason why they are single, according to them, according to the divine, and according to their exes. We want to hear from all three of those motherfuckers, so you can have all the information, like I said. We'll also want to know what obstacles could slow this shit down, other than what we've already seen. What additionally could slow things down, the progress of this relationship. What is this person's intentions once they do get to fully know you, or once they feel like they have you, quote unquote? Because some of you may take this opportunity to accept their offer, right? And the potential is beautiful, but I would like to know, once that offer is solidified, once the ink has dried, right? What changes can you expect from this person at all? Are they the same person once they feel like they have conquered you? Okay. I also want to know what a life with them looks like. Okay. What does building a life with this person actually entail? What does it look like for you? What do you get back on your investment? Okay. What does a day-to-day life with this person actually entail? What does it look like? And you can decide whether or not that aligns with your goals or where you see yourself being in a relationship. Okay, we'll see what the potential outcome is, the best possible outcome. Is it leading into union? Does it have the potential to go all the way and have that longevity? And then we'll look at some time frames. So for those of you who have not met this person, we will look at that. For those of you who have met this person, we will look to see when things have the ability to move into a higher level of commitment. And I'll also look to see when your next potential long-term committed relationship will be, whether it's with this person or someone else. All right. So without further ado, we'll also get some advice. So please click the like button as well as the subscribe button and the notification bell. And I'm going to put the link for the extended reading down below in the description box. I'm going to see y'all over in the extended. It's going to be linked down below. Let's go.